Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Luchauskas. Today's the 30th of April 2018. Today's Monday, the first day of trading week. So yeah guys, welcome. So we're gonna have a look at the markets, how they closed on Friday, what to expect from them this week, today. Yeah, as usual. But before we jump in, let's have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. So, also, a quick reminder of our JFD brokers. We've slightly updated, as you can see, and yeah. So, guys, if you go on JFD brokers and then click research, JFD research here, it will take you to our specific page here, our JFD research page, where you can find different analysis that we do on a daily basis, different trading shoutouts. You have analysis in different languages. So yeah, guys, I think you can find something useful for yourself here. So yeah, please do not hesitate to visit us. But for now, let's have a look at the charts. So the first one actually I'm going to look at will be the S&P. So S&P closed in the red on Friday. Of course, not a huge sell-off, but just a little bit of selling here. We're still below this area here that I've got highlighted here at the 2675 approximately there. This area acted as a good resistance on Friday. We can see that the price moved lower. So now we are kind of stuck in this little range here between the 2675 and the 2645 approximately there. Of course, certainly we are above the 200 EMA, which is still a positive sign for this index. I mean, it's not looking to sell off or anything right now, or it's not looking that negative, let's say. It's just hanging around in this area here between these previously mentioned levels. Also, what to mention here is that it's also within this triangle formation. Now, of course, it looks like it's moving towards the apex of this triangle, and we're going to be waiting for a nice move out of this triangle before we probably going to take a position here on this on S&P. So look out for this area, guys. Look out for the 2700 and then 2720 as potential good areas. If we see a nice break above these levels, then well, it could open the path towards higher levels, towards these previous high levels here. So for now, like I said, as I mentioned it before, I mean, we are keeping an eye just on this one right now. We're not taking any position because we want to see a move out of this triangle. Of course, I understand that there's still a lot of movement here, possible movement, but like I said, we rather stay cautious. On the downside, certainly a move below here, below this 2645 could maybe potentially take it to this 200 EMA here for a quick test, and then if that doesn't hold, well, we do have this bottom side of the triangle as well. So I mean, like I said, for now, I mean, there are some good levels to watch here inside this triangle, but again, I probably recommend to everybody to stay cautious. Similar stories on the Dow. So the Dow is also like closed on Friday in the red a little bit, but still above this 24,200 level that I've got highlighted here. I'm keeping an eye on this area. So for now, of course, if we see a nice move back towards this level here, towards this 24,850, a break above this could potentially push this index a little bit higher, maybe even for a test of this 25,450. who knows? But let's see like that. I mean, let's see if that actually happens. So let's see if we get a nice move above this 24,850 initially. On the downside, we need to get back below this downwards moving trend line in order to consider further declines. But the only problem here is that we do have this 200 EMA approaching that could potentially act as a good level of support. But if we get a break below that, then keep an eye on this little area right here at around 23,350. So FTSE, we can see that the FTSE was probably the biggest gainer last week. I mean, it closed. Friday's candle is just great. I can say it like that. I had this level here, the 7,500. So approximately there. So we closed just about this, around this 7505, 7510. So this area proves to be as a good resistance now, and we'll keep an eye on this one right now. If we get a break above this, let's say 7510, then this is opening the path towards this little level right here at around 7585, approximately there. If of course this 7510 will hold, then keep an eye on this upwards moving support line. I mean, a potential move towards it, first of course towards this 74.35, and then maybe potentially break below this upwards moving support line could potentially push this index a little bit lower. So for now, guys, I mean, it's at an interesting spot. I mean, there are some good levels to watch here. Certainly at the moment it's just looking bullish. I mean, it seems that he wants to continue pushing higher, but then again, you know, we do get surprises in the market. So for now, like I said, just observe, watch these levels. If we get a nice break above the 7510, there is, like I said, there is some chance for this to make a little move a little bit higher. Okay, guys, let's have a look at a commodity, let's say gold. So right, I mean, what can I say here? We made a nice move lower. I was talking about this bottom side of this triangle formation here. Managed to touch it, bounced off of it nicely, just perfectly, like a textbook bounce. And now then we moved higher on Friday. We broke this 1320, and we 1321, and we moved a little bit higher. So now we can see that the price is slightly dropping below it. It is around the 1320. So just to mention, the 1320 is a strong level here to watch. I mean, if we'll get a nice close here today above, then, well, this could put the upside back on the table. I mean, we could potentially see another move higher, maybe towards this 50 EMA shown here as a red line. And if that doesn't hold, well, like I said, we do have this upwards moving support line here inside this triangle, where we could go and touch, where the price of gold could potentially go and touch this this support line from underneath. A good level to watch here would be the 1336 on the upside here. On the downside, I mean, we do have this bottom side of the triangle, and probably if we get a nice break below this, this could not be looking good for gold. I mean, and then potentially we could make a move a little bit lower, maybe towards the 1307 that I've got highlighted here. This level acted as a good level of support in the past, so potentially if we get a break below this triangle, we could go and test this 1307. Certainly, personally, I would really love to see a test of the 1300, but then again, the market never does what I want to do, what I want it to do. So yeah, yeah, guys. I mean, so keep an eye, like I said, keep an eye on the break here. Keep an eye on the bottom side of this triangle. If we get a nice bounce, then the downside is probably off the table. So let's have a look at DXY. Actually, this was something that I really wanted to show you guys. And DXY is it seems like, well, that's not seems, but it is forming a shooting star here on the daily chart. So we're seeing this nice kind of bearish formation right now. Certainly, of course, I'm still cautious here because the DXY is looking quite strong, but nevertheless, I mean, like I said, just if you're going from the just pure technical analysis, I mean, this is a good bearish formation right now, and we could potentially maybe move towards the 91 level if, of course, that proves to be the case. If this is going to follow the textbook, and we could potentially make a move towards the 91 level approximately there. This could be the first level of support. Now from here, of course, we should be very cautious, because we could potentially get a bounce here and then move a little bit higher. Actually, I need to readjust this level. There we go, right here. We could potentially move here, or even, actually, let me just put this new level here, or even towards these highs here. So at around 92.70. But that is, of course, if we get a scenario where we move to the downside here, hit the 91 level, bounce off of it to the upside, break this 91.80, and then and take out this 200 EMA. That will probably act as a good resistance level as well. So watch out for this, guys. I mean, this is something interesting building up here. You just want to quickly highlight that level. There we go. So watch out for this, of course. Watch out for this level. I mean, if we do get a move lower and then wipe out this 91.80, and then of course the 200, this could open the path towards higher levels right here. Certainly we could see something like a move below this 91 level, a touch of this 100 EMA here shown as a green line, and that could potentially maybe act as a level of support, and then we could get a nice move above again. So the only thing is that if we'll start seeing moves below this 100 EMA, and then probably the 21 EMA here shown as the yellow line will approach this level as well. If we'll start breaking all these EMAs to the downside, then, well, it could open the path towards this upwards moving support line right here, that started around the 15th of February. So it could potentially move towards that level if, like I said, if we'll start breaking all these levels here, and especially the EMAs. Okay, let's have a look at a few pairs quickly. So euro dollar is, of course, didn't have a very nice week last week, and I was talking about, let's say, quite proud of myself, to be honest. I was keeping an eye on this 129,900 level, and I was talking about that level the whole week, and we managed to see a touch of that, and actually eventually a break of that level. But then the Friday candle still closed above this 129,900. For now, I would say don't scrap this this idea of this level, this 129,900. If we get a nice move below this, then we could potentially make a move towards this 200 EMA, and of course we could test the psychological 120 level. I mean, that could be a good level to watch. I mean, that is, of course, if we get a nice move below the 129,900. If the 129,900 holds, I mean, if it proves to be good support level for now, keep an eye on this 121,500. A break above that could potentially take it again towards the 122. Let's have a quick look at the GBP USD. So the GBP USD is, of course, got hit the most. I mean, that's why FTSE had the best gains last week, and now we are not far from this upwards moving trend line that started here at around March time 2017. So we could potentially make a move a little bit lower, test this one, test this line, and maybe we could see something like a bounce. I mean, a bit of retracement could be interesting to see on this pair. Maybe a little bit a move back towards this 139 area, 138,900, 139, and maybe, I mean, 140. I mean, but the only thing is that if we'll see a move towards the 140, then this could potentially maybe interest the bulls again, and then the bulls could potentially start jumping into this pair, and then we could see something like a drive higher and a break of this 140. But for now, like I said, keep an eye on this level first. Keep an eye on this upwards moving trend line. The level here to watch would be this 137, 150, approximately there. A break below that could, well, it wouldn't look very good for the pounds, I mean, overall in the long term, because this could bring some more weakness into this pair. So keep an eye on this one, guys. I mean, it is an interesting pair to observe right now in these market conditions. Let's quickly have a look at the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is an interesting one as well, and we can see that it is testing this bottom side of this channel, downwards moving channel, and the question here is, of course, will this bounce and move higher, or we will see a break of this downwards channel and the move lower? I'm kind of leaning more towards the upside a little bit. It would be good to see a bit of retracement, maybe towards the 23.6 on the fib initially, and if that doesn't hold well, we could, like I said, we do have this better level here, this 0.76 400 approximately there, 400 450 approximately there, as a good potential resistance area, the first resistance area. Okay, guys, as always, I'm kind of going a bit over my time, and I hope you have a good European session. I will speak to you later on in my Traders Tea Time at 14:15 British Summer Time, 13:15 GMT. But yeah, guys, as always, keep an eye